Hello and welcome to another video in my world. Hello to myself because no one else is joining us today, particularly Zara because she was she helped me build the giant ice maze in the last video. Don't mind the text changes, I literally just turned on ray tracing, so yeah. Hello to my dogs as well. I'm not going to be taking any of them with me sadly because of the fact that we are building quite far away and I don't want to lose them. So yeah. Right, let me put on my elytra. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is the last video. Ow. Ow. Oh, these are oh dear. These have got explosives on them. Okay, these might actually kill me here. Okay, let me be very careful with flying over. To be fair, I think this momentum might just carry us. Here we go, we're practically here. So, yeah, we've been building this thing for the last two videos. So there's two more things that we need to get done. One of them is we need to build the big tower, which is going to go in the middle. The other one is the redstone. Don't worry about the redstone because we're not doing that today. But we are going to be building the giant tower. So let me just go and do this. I did put a cyan wool block here as well, just because we are going to need some cyan wool. Firstly, though, I want to show you what the maze looks like because I finished it off. So let me just grab some of this dirt and let me just pile up in the middle, and I'll show you what the centre of the maze looks like. Let me pile up from this side, even though you probably saw it a little bit if you watched the last episode. I thought I'd share it with you all now. So that is the maze that we've created. So if you're wondering how I've done this, it's basically, if you watch the last episode and saw how I built this side, it's basically exactly the same thing, but all four sides, and then they all just link together. So that is the way how I built the maze. I'm not going to lie, it took absolutely ages. But it's done, and I don't have to worry about the maze ever again. We're not going to be worrying about the fences, which are going to go here, because that's going to be for the redstone in the next video. So this video, we're going to focus on this. So I've already kind of marked the tower a little bit, but we do need some more. I've just realised, do you know what? I'm just going to give myself low blue wool. I know the chest is literally there, but I don't want to go all the way back and have to make my way through the entire maze again, because that's just not fun. So let me count how high this goes. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 high. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this goes 18 here. And then basically it just goes 18 on every side. So let me just do this. 18 just seemed like just a nice height. There's not really any reason. The height was just I picked up random. Like, I didn't really plan for that. Also, like, I needed one. It couldn't be too high, because otherwise it meant that every single time you you go up, you probably, like, on Bedrock there's a really annoying limit to where you can see people, and if the game was too high you wouldn't be able to see the players. And of course this game is all about the players. Like, you know, I mean, I know most games are, but this game in particular, it's very important that the person in the tower can see everyone at all times. So yeah, for that reason we are going to be we are going to go to this height. If for whatever reason I do need to extend it higher, which I might do, like for example, if you can't see the back fences properly, that's one thing I might do. But apart from that, I'm not really going to worry about extending the height for now. We'll just do it to this height, and then good thing is that this is one of the things that's just easily changeable. I can just grab a structure block, move it a bit higher. It's fine. So firstly, we're going to build the outside of the tower. It's not just going to look like that. Don't worry. We are going to add some decoration. We're going to add waves. You know, like how I did on the glass with the cyan glass? We are going to do that with cyan wool in the other floor, which is why we've got cyan wool with us as well. It's a very blue game, but it kind of had to be blue because of the the ice, I guess. So yeah, I think it looks cool. Let me know what you think. I mean, of course, you won't see the finished product in this video, but hopefully you'll all think that this thing looks pretty cool. And I just think that it just makes just like quite an interesting like shape, because like the thing is that the middle is designed to be like the place where you can get a good view around the entire maze. Because in the old one, we had it so the tower was just, imagine that was the entranceway. The tower would be on the opposite side over there. And the reason why was because the maze was a lot smaller. I want to say it was a lot simpler, but it probably wasn't. But basically, like, the maze was just like, it wasn't as big. And because it was only one way that you were running, like, it didn't really matter that you couldn't see like the entire outside. Like it only had to have like one window and only had to be on one side. But because of this one being like I'm building out the wrong color. Because of this one being like around the entire perimeter, like where there's a maze on every single side, it was really important that no matter where you were in the tower, you could just easily just look over all of them. Which is why I decided to put the tower in the center, and I just think it just looks nice. Like it's probably a very basic like design for a maze. Like it's not definitely the most original maze design, but I think that looks quite cool, and it's good as well because like it's going to be very hard to learn your way round. Like because the maze is like symmetrical, it means it's very easy to get disorientated, which I wanted. Like that might sound like a negative thing, but I did want you to get stuck in the maze. And I opened my inventory instead of grabbing the block. Right, I'm gonna have to before I fly up with my deadly fireworks. I'm just gonna have some mutton, get my health up for a little bit. Actually, do you know what? We'll just risk it. Let's just fly, and then let's ow. And then let's just see if we can land perfectly on the wall. There we go. Oh, this is going to hurt me, isn't it, when I fall? Actually, I think I might be okay. But yeah, we'll just build this up to the outside. There is going to be another tower coming out there on the front. It's going to go up above the tower we're building now and poke into it. Basically, it's like just a passageway to let the other person go in. I would have done a tunnel under the ground, but I couldn't because there's going to be so much redstone under the floor. Like, I think you guys are really underestimating just how much redstone is actually going to get in the floor. And before you all panic thinking that we're going to do everything in one video, we're not. I'm just going to drag one of the helpers on. We're going to just come onto this world. We're just going to build like a start of the redstone, and then I'm just going to do the rest off camera because I'm not going to put you all through watching us do all that redstone, but I will show it off just so in case you are curious and if you do want to see why I decided to only show you a bit of it, then basically I will do that just so it's just a little bit simpler. There are loads of mobs in the maze. There's actually husks because this is actually a Badlands biome. I know it's a bit weird, by the way. I did realise that we are building a game which is like made of ice in the middle of like a desert, but the game just fit in perfectly here, and I wasn't going to move it anywhere else, so that's the reason why the game's built here. I'm hoping we've got enough blue wool. To be fair, in a second I'm going to hop down to have a sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I don't know what I said ow for. It didn't actually hurt me. Yeah, in a second I am actually going to drop down to have a sleep, and then I can grab some more wool down there. I just can't be bothered to like look, I'm already running out of blue wool. Like this is definitely a game that if you were to build this naturally in survival, like you'd have to get loads of sheep like sheared, and I'd recommend like building out of wool, not concrete, because wool is easier to get than concrete. So it's like look at these beds. Isn't it so stupid how the textures don't load sometimes? Thing is as well is I've got no idea what caused that, because usually when you turn ray tracing on in the world, that's what causes it, but I didn't. I loaded it before, so I'm not sure. Maybe if I restarted my game, maybe it'd fix, but I don't know. To be fair, it's not that bad of an issue to the point where it's like affecting me, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Right, let me just grab some light blue glass. Have we run out of light blue glass? Oh, there's a little bit extra here. Let's just put away those 2 torches. Right, let's go back up. I am going to take damage from those stupid fireworks. Oh no, the fireworks actually blocked me. Right, let's give this another try. Oh god, the fireworks actually like stop your flight, don't they? That could be an interesting minigame, you know. Just like you're trying to fly through hoops with these fireworks, but like you need to use them to get up to the hoops, but they hurt you. That could be interesting. I feel like I always just like come up with my ideas in like the most like random spots, but you know. So this part is very simple. So basically we're just going to build this out of glass. It has to be glass because obviously you have to be able to see through. And like so, this whole middle area is going to be made out of wool, but this entire perimeter is actually going to be made out of glass, just so you can actually see in. And the reason... I can't believe I just did that. Right, please don't kill me. Oh, these fireworks are really... I'm really risking it with these fireworks. To be fair, luckily I've slept now, so there shouldn't... If I do die, there is... I will just like spawn there, so it's alright. But I'd prefer not to die, to be honest with you. Like, that's my goal, is to try and not die this entire video. To be fair, like, normally I don't die because I've got really good armor and stuff. Like, usually I don't actually die, but yeah, I'd like it if I could keep that up and not die today either. I'm hoping I've got stacks of blue glass. I actually we accidentally built the outside out of blue glass for you and Ember, and after the video I thought, why did I put blue glass in the chest? Obviously it was for this. So that just makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we're just going to focus on getting this tower just done today, to be honest with you. Like, we're not going to worry about the other tower, which is going to go there. So for that tower, there's just going to be, you can see there's 2 paths on either side. So one path will lead, we'll have a scaffolding tower going up, and then, as I said, there'll be a big bridge going all the way across the top and poke in to let you enter the tower. And then the other one is going to go down, and that's going to have a tunnel under the ground, which will lead to the room in the centre, which is where the person with the sword's going to be. I've just realised, have I told you all in this video what the game is? I don't think I have. So basically, there's a prismarine shard in like the very centre. So there's 4 droppers, which you can see, which we will put in those gaps there. And basically, the way of how it will work is the person, one person is going to have the sword, and they're going to start in the centre. The other person is going to be on the outskirts of one of the 4 doorways. And basically, they need to enter the maze, get to the middle, grab the shard, and get out to win. But the person hunting them with the sword is basically going to try and take them out to try and win. But they're on a team with someone who's going to be in this tower. And in all of those gaps which we've left in the maze, there's going to be fences of different types, which are going to get pulled up and down, controlled by the person in this very tower. And yeah, basically they've got to work together with the sword and the fences to try and block off and take out the person trying to get the shard. So it's a very simple game. I've got no idea how balanced this is going to be. It might just be too strong for the person on the tower and with the sword, or it might be perfectly balanced to the point where actually the advantage is with the sword, with the shard person, which I don't know if that... I feel like they deserve the advantage because they've got like a few threats in the maze. I feel like if they do somehow make it out, I feel like if there was a slight advantage to them, I don't think it would necessarily matter. But yeah, I mean, what I'm hoping the game's going to be like when we play is that like there's going to be really good communication between the person in the tower and the person with the sword, because they can be like, the person with the tower could of course tell their teammate where the other player is, but then like the person like in the tower is also going to time it so that okay, Spider. Do you know what? You can stay there. I'm not going to... Can you see the reflection of the sun? They can stay there. That's... Oh, gosh, they're looking up at me. He knew I was talking to him. But yeah, like, I'm hoping that, like, so the person in the tower, they've got to time it to make it so that, like, when they pull the lever, it blocks the player off without, like, them making it through. So I think It's going to be a pretty interesting game, but I guess we will see when we actually get to playing it. So that's the first part done. The next part is going to be a little bit more raised. So this part is just going to be glass the entire way around. Like this part, just to make sure that you can absolutely see the entire maze. This part is just going to be completely made out of glass because I don't want like anyone getting stuck like with being able to like try and like see through. I want like them to be able to see the full maze no matter what. And as you can see, I can. It is a bit blue. I might play this game maybe with ray tracing off because as much as I like it, it is very difficult to see through that. I guess if I go here, but then again, like I think Ryan's skin in particular, like he's got like a grey skin, so like that might be a bit difficult to see through the blue glass. But we'll see. As I said, we will test this game probably in the tournament. I don't want to do any proper tests of it just because that kind of ruins the tournament. And I always like it when the first time we actually play it is in like the videos. I always just think it's just more fun and more entertaining. But I guess we will see. So this glass is eventually going to go 5 blocks high. So let's just fill in all of this going the entire way around like so. And so, yeah, so it's going to go to that high. The middle is always going to be light blue just to add a bit of flair and a bit of design. So that's why that is made of light blue glass. And yeah, I love how I dropped down to that glass and it still fell down. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty good. I am a little bit excited for this game. I'll be honest with you. Like, there's some games we go into, and I'm like, is this game going to be any fun? Are we actually going to enjoy it? I think the last one I thought about that was the resin one. Because I was like, oh, is this game just going to be too difficult? Is everyone just going to struggle? But to be fair, like, even though in the tournament I struggled, like, I still think it was a good challenge. And of course, with the added bonus of, like, the fact that, you know, that the creaking could turn up at any point, I think that was good. I'm very proud of that game. It's a very simple game, but definitely one that I'm very, very, very happy with. So, yes, we nearly got this done. I do need some more blue glass. I knew it was going to happen. It always happens. I always run out of something. Let me do a light blue as well, just because I will need loads of both types. So, yeah, so we'll just carry on doing this, going the entire round. Is this 5 blocks high? Have we actually done this the right height? I feel like the right height. I feel like this might be right, but let's have a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is. That's good. So next part is going to be the central middle ground here. So the pattern which we've got here is just going to continue on the roof. So basically, like the light blue will go here, and then the dark blue will go here. I might as well do this from the top. Just so I'm not like jump placing from the underneath. But yeah, this is just going to go around like the entire outside to basically just make like a shape. Have we got this this all done right? This looks good so far. So yeah, so that's just going to go like that, and then we've got the bits of cyan which can come in the middle here. I just had it. Like the cyan really isn't needed, but I just thought that it just looked quite like if I'm gonna have a completely blue game, I can't have light blue, dark blue, and leave cyan out, can I? I mean, I guess I could, but like I always like it when like there's not too many materials. You know, like some people they like to build out of like loads of different materials. I'm not one of those people. Like there's some people as well where like they'll build out of like say if they're building like a blue game, they'll build out of like blue concrete and blue wool and like blue terracotta and all these different things, and they'll shove some prismarine in there as well. And it's like it looks good, but I just don't like just flip-flopping between materials, you know? I like having just like a very simple colour palette and like just keeping to one material. I just think that just looks nice. But as I said, each to their own. Like there's nothing wrong with any building method. Like the way that you build it is like your method. I'm not gonna like criticize that, but for me, like I just prefer just building out of one material. Like even if it's like wool and it's just like lots of different coloured wool, like I don't care. You know, like this is absolutely fine for me, and yeah, I think this is going to look pretty good. Is this right? So then here, this should go 5 blocks across with the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. This is looking good. And then now we've got the centre done. There are also going to be some other things as well, but I will make those in a second. And then basically it will then do the blue stained glass and the light blue stained glass going around here. Like these ones aren't as needed. I could have done this as just wool, but I just think it just looks cool just keeping it the same as like the bottom floor. So that's the ultimate reason I decided to just add like some roof skylights as well. Let's just go and have a quick snooze, and then we can go. Ow, those fireworks are so painful. And then we can grab the other things I want, and then we're going to be, yeah, then that'll be the tower. Can you see what I mean? It looks quite cool, doesn't it? So I do want my torches. Let me put away this dirt, and then what I want to make is, let me just get rid of this dirt for now. Do we have a crafting table? We don't. I've got some wood in here, and actually, wood is going to be something I will need in a second. Because we are going to mark where all of the lamps are going to go. Let me just put away a bit of this light blue stained glass. I think I was a bit ambitious with how much I needed. But yeah, let me just make a quick crafting table, and then we're going to make some lanterns is the plan. I think I'm going to need more than that, so let's just make like 15. Should be fine, but I guess we'll see. Don't go, oh my god. It's just a chat. Ow! I'd finished flying. I've just realised these are blue fireworks as well. Didn't even realise that. Everything's just this video is just sponsored by the colour blue. So anyway, so basically we're just going to put some lanterns in. Is my plan, just to light up this thing a little bit more. Just so if you do play this, I mean you shouldn't play this at night because, as I've said before, the the maze can't have any lights in for obvious reasons, and so if you do play this at night time, at least like it'll just be a little bit lit up, and also like it means that there won't be a whole load of mobs just chilling out in here as well. Like I know it looks like a mob spawn in this thing, but it's not meant to actually be one. So right, let's just fill in these last sections of glass, and then I'll just do a start on the pattern on the outside, and then I'll cut ahead until I've done the rest, because it's going to be a lot of me piling up and breaking away and all of that. Maybe I should have got a helper in for this. But to be fair, like one of them's going to be joining me next video to do the redstone, so I think we'll be all right. I'll give them a day off. I like to give them a day off every now and again. Just so then that way then they're not burnt out from just building like these crazy mini games I just come up with. So we've nearly done this glass. We've just got, I think it's just this last section, yeah, and then this will pretty much be the entire top floor almost done. There is of course the last little bit which I do want to add in, but there we go. But you can see now what it looks like. So you can see I can see like pretty much anywhere, even underneath me, and it's just going to be just very handy. Maybe I've seen the blue. There we go. So you can see it's like it's just quite easy to see through. Obviously with the ray tracing it's not as easy, but you get the point. It's still pretty easy. And then the other thing that we need to add in is we're just going to add in where the lamps are going to go. So what I'll do in a second is I'm just going to plop down. I'm going to grab all of the wood as well as some lamps. Hopefully I've given myself glowstone. I always forget one thing. So if I have, then don't be shocked. And right, let's do this. This is going to hurt me. But, ow. But that should be okay. Right, so let's grab the other wood that we'll need. So I don't think we need wool for anything else or glass. So we can put it that way. And then let's just grab one of each type. So is that everything? So there should be 12, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. And then also I need glowstone. I bet you I haven't given myself glowstone. I bet you anything. Yeah, of course I haven't. I haven't actually got redstone either. And redstone we're going to need for the next video. So I might as well grab some of that as well. I can't believe I always just forget something. I don't do it on purpose. Oh, I just made a mic. I promise I don't do it on purpose. It's just like, I don't even know why. I just do it just by like complete accident. Also, I'm going to need some levers. Do we have any cobblestone? No. Another thing I forgot. Can you make levers out of cobble deep slate? I'm curious. Let me make a stick, and let's see. Can we make levers out of these? I bet you we can't, but let's just see anyway. No. It's weird, like, I think I've said this before, but, like, I always find it weird how, like, deep slate and black stone, like, they are basically the equivalents of cobblestone, but there's just some things you just can't craft out of them. But, like, there's other things that you can, like, for example, I can make a brewing stand out of black stone, but I can't make a lever. Like, how does that make any sense? Right then, let's plonk the lamps, and we'll also plonk the wood down. So basically, it's just going to go a perimeter of these around here like this, just to do that. There are also going to be some in the corners. These are just going to be lit up permanently. I'm not going to go underneath and fill them in, but you get the point. So there'll be, imagine another one there as well. And then this is where the wood is, and it doesn't really matter if we keep to my same design, but I'd like to at least try. So let's think about this. So we're going to have oak. Then after oak, it is birch. Oh gosh, my inventory's full already. Let me just make a chest for now, just so I can just like dump a bunch of these woods, because my inventory is literally just getting clogged of all of this. So oak, spruce, and birch. They're the first four. And then after that, then it will go jungle, acacia, dark oak. So jungle, acacia, dark oak. And then after that, then we go to... I've just realised I don't have any bamboo on me. Let me just give myself just some bamboo. And then after this, then it will go mangrove, which will go there. And it will also then go... let me just put away some of these woods. So I've done those. I've done those. There we go. And then after mangrove, it will go cherry and then pale. So we can do cherry and pale there. And then after that, it will then go bamboo, which is why I needed the bamboo. And then it will go crimson and wart. So let's just do crimson, wart. So there we go. So you can kind of see how that's going to look. And then, did I put my cobblestone in here? I did. Let's just make, let's just keep like one of these woods on me. Actually, I've got like all these planks. And then let me just make, so I'm going to need what, 12 levers? Oh, I made too many, but let me just make 12 of these. And then these are just going to go like this over the front of them. So basically, so how it will work is you'll be in here, you'll be looking over the game like, oh, I see someone's going that way. So I'll pull that lever. That will pull up all of the fences of dark oak to block them all off. And then basically, if I wanted a different one, I could do that one to do all the bamboo ones and etc. It's cool because in the original game, I only had I had oak, birch, spruce, jungle, acacia, dark oak, and I also had nether brick as well. But all of these other woods weren't in the game, so I can add them in. So I can in the sequel. There are also going to be, speaking of nether brick fences, there are going to be nether brick fences. They're going to be on the front there by each door, but you're not going to control them. They're actually going to go up and down randomly. There's two reasons for that. One, it just makes it a little bit like more fun. And two, because there's not enough room on this panel for me to add nether brick without making the game look wonky. And I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. So for that reason, that's why the nether brick ones are. But they're just going to go here, I think. And then these gaps, there's just going to be like a dropper here. You'll stand on the pressure plate, grab it, run back out without getting murdered. So that's pretty much that. But there is, of course, the pattern as well. So let me see how this pattern goes. Okay, this pattern is pretty simple. So it will go 2 blocks across with the cyan. It will then go another 2 blocks across to there. And then the last 2 blocks will go... Oh, this can't be right. Why is it... Oh, no, that is right. That is right. And then basically going up, it will then go the same. So we'll leave a gap of 1. Well, I guess it's a gap of 2 from there. And then it will then just do that. And then that. And then that to there. Gap of 2. And then it will go 1 there. 1 there. I'm just going to try and just get like one of these quarters done. and then I'll speed up the video or cut ahead until I've done the next part, because I don't want to just have you all just sat here bored watching me just like put a whole load of cyan wool down. So then this will then just go like that, and I think going to run out here. I think I'm going to be 2 blocks short, which is really annoying. Oh, there we go. Can I grab that? There we go. Let me put the blue wool back, and then basically if I then come across, I can then just put the last 2 down, and then this is pretty much how the pattern's going to go. So you can see it goes like to there, and then let me just give myself some cyan wool just for now, just so I can do that. So there we go. You can see that is how the pattern's going to be. I think the tower might be 1 block too high, but you know what? Like, I might just change that off camera. Like, that'll take no time. All I have to do is just move. Actually, I will. Yeah, I'll just get a structure block and just move it all 1 lower. So that's all right. It doesn't matter. But there we go. You can see that's how the pattern goes. So I'll tell you what. This video's gone on for half an hour now. And I understand that you are all very busy people. So what I'll do outside of video, let's see if I can get my way out this maze first before I talk about what I wanted to talk about. We'll also have a quick snooze as well, just to get rid of all of the mobs. So basically, can I see the tower from there? There we go. You can just about see the pattern. So what I'll do is I'll move that one lower. I'll get the patterns done on every side. I'll also build the tower here, going up and linking to that tower. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I'll do. So there's one last thing we need to do before this minigame is complete and ready to be played, and that is to do the redstone. Don't panic, we are going to be doing very simple. Thing is, with the redstone, okay, it's actually really easy. It's just linking up the levers to all the fences, but there's so many of them, it's just fitting them in that's the problem. But we're only going to do 1 each in the next episode. We're not going to like do all of them. We're just going to pick a type of wood each, and we're just going to do each of them like we're just going to try and just get each of our own done, and then that'll be the end of the video. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you all at some point.